Alex Crook, my brother, what I'm about to say, if this is true by your reports, you deserve the best Lamborghini ever, and I'll personally deliver it to your address. Bruno Guimaraes may be on his way to Arsenal. Now, look at this tweet by Alex Crook. He states that he was told by a reliable source this morning that Arsenal's deal for Bruno is expected to go through. It might cost in the region of 75 to 80 million. Now, obviously, this is positive because we would like Bruno at the club. 70 to 80 million. I know it's a fee that Arsenal are probably not happy to pay, but will pay it because of obviously the amount of quality he will bring to the team. They had an initial bid of 55 million rejected. But yes, as it stands, it looks like Arsenal might get their man. And how important is that as a club? Very, very important indeed, because we know that midfield is a bit of a crisis. Somewhat, some people might disagree, especially bring the ball forward. We're very, very slow at doing that. And Paul Rice, it looks like he's on his last legs if he does not have enough adequate rest. We've seen the likes of Saliba, too much playing time, not enough time to rest. It will take a toll. Thankfully, Saliba has not had to have any surgery. It's just an extended amount of period where he'll be out. And of course, that is quite damaging to the team somewhat because you won't have one of your best centre-backs playing. We know Gabriel and Saliba have been staple in the Arsenal defence this season. Helped them lift the Premier League trophy. Almost got us the Champions League as well. So he'll definitely be missed. But, I mean, Rice, if we get good cover for him, which is Bruno, I think Arsenal are doing fantastic business in that department. He's Premier League proven. He's probably in the peak of his career, 28, 29 years old. He still has a lot to offer. He wants the Arsenal move, which we've seen reports already. I mean, I've seen some Newcastle fans disagree and say, nope, he's not leaving. And it looks like Newcastle, they're looking like they've found their backup. And this is another indicator for me, is that Newcastle have gone out and purchased a midfielder. It is a £34 million fee for Bamba from Monaco. So is this a clear indication that Bruno is going to be leaving? We already know that they let go of Tonali. We know that they've let go of Isak. We know that they let go of Gordon. Bruno is also leaving. It looks like Newcastle are clearing out. And it's sad because they did have a great squad. But now it seems like all their main players are now leaving. But yeah, for us Arsenal fans, it's great. It's fantastic. But I do think there could be some fireworks behind the closed doors. Another player that I was reading about recently, which we've been linked to, is Yan Diomande. My goodness. I don't know if someone's been smoking out there. But the fee that they want for this guy is close to 100 million. I'm talking in the 90s range. In pounds, in euros, it's 100 million plus. And we know Liverpool be linked to him. We know PSG be linked to him. Arsenal kind of flirting with the idea now, as it looks like Rodgers obviously has signed for Chelsea. Well, it doesn't look like he has signed for Chelsea. And I mean, I just want to know, where do these people give these valuations for these types of players? I know he's a young prospect. I know he's somebody that you can build for the future and could be world class one day. But at 19 years old, 20 years old, what has he done to deserve a transfer fee worth over 90 million? I know it's not in his control, it's the club's control. But he's not won the Bundesliga. I don't remember him doing anything crazy in the World Cup. So I'm just trying to figure out, who in their right mind said, this guy is 90 million plus? Because I can name a few wingers out there that probably have better stats numbers wise and nowhere near 90 million. Luis Diaz is one of the best wingers in the league, in the German league. He's not worth 90 million. I know it's the age gap, but at least with Diaz, he's accomplished. You know he's a finished product. So in my eyes, he'll be worth 90 million. In hindsight, he'll be worth 90 million in his own right compared to Diomande, who hasn't broken any records, hasn't lifted the league with Leipzig. I mean, we have to be honest. Last season, I don't think you really heard much about him compared to this season, which is all great. But 90 million is too much. So think about it this way. PSG got Kvaratskhelia, and I know, again, contract, he was at the end of his term or whatnot, for 60 million. He won 2 Champions League with PSG. And at that time, he was part of the reason why Napoli won the Scudetto. So it just shows you that the inflation today is absolutely crazy. And I do blame Premier League clubs because we splash more than anyone. It happened from Jadon Sancho, Nicolas Pepe, Jack Grealish, Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, Morgan Rogers. We pay these fees, so these clubs know that they can take the mick. And I know that if a different club, aside from, a rich giant like PSG or Madrid, was to offer for Diamande, I know that they could get the fee way lower than 90 million. But because it's an English team, a Premier League team, they know they can take the biscuit. Yeah, they know they can take the McVitie's and get every penny that they want. But yeah, it's I'll be honest, I don't really want him. Obviously, it's just speculation again. But almost 100 million, bro, for a guy that's not even top goal scorer in the Bundesliga. Almost 100 million. Like Kane, I understand why he went for 100 million. Even then, I don't think a player should ever be 100 million. I feel like it's kind of going overboard. But even Declan Rice, I felt like we paid way too much. Obviously, we've had success now. But yeah, this 100 million in today's age of transfers, it's like the new norm now. But it's still so much money. So much money. Like Rodgers, for me, I'd probably say he's about 60 million. I know some people might say, listen, you sound sour because you missed out and you got robbed by Chelsea. I understand your point of view, but I promise you that is not the case. The case is, he's not an England starter. He should not be worth that much either. But yeah, Arsenal, we need to start doing business now. I think it's time. Everybody else is kind of moving forward. We're trying to build their squad ready for next month when the Premier League starts. You want to get these key players in before your pre-season, because I think we saw from last year when Gyökeres didn't have a pre-season, struggled a little bit at the start to get going. And that's because pre-season, as much as we probably don't think it's important, it's definitely vital. Especially for a new player coming into a new league, understanding how the team plays, understand the manager, understand the league, everything like that. It's why pre-season is such an important time for new players to come in. I think with Bruno, if we did get him, I don't think it'll be too bad because he's already in the league. But again, he's going from Eddie Howe's system to Mikel Arteta's system. So yeah. Do you guys think the fee that we'll pay between 70 and 80 million is the right amount? I think with what I just said, it might sound hypocritical. It's the new norm. These big fees. Just pay it. If you got to pay it, you got to pay it, isn't it? What is a tiny YouTube creator like me going to impact the world of transfers by saying, I don't think he's worth this much? We're going to have to pay it. So, yeah, he's a finished product. Definitely will add a lot to the system. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time.